That's why I keep telling her the ex girlfriend. She's like, no, she doesn't do drugs. I'm like, oh yeah, who's telling you that? Her?
Women are so easily manipulated, bro.
It's true.
They're swayed. She's like, I want to get my benefits. That's 90% it, bro. I
No,
guarantee
it's
it.
you're not wrong though, and that's why majority of social media content is consumed by women, and they believe all that bullshit. It's just propaganda.
So it's something crazy. Like 1.2 million females are all on OnlyFans, and then it's like 80% of them are 18 to 25. So that's all my generation of bitches, and
Yeah,
it's like it's a high statistic, bro.
Jay, it's not just your generation. It's like my generation too, motherfucker.
It's a higher statistic between 18 to 25, though, bro.
Yeah, but I mean, like, fuck, I'm 28, bud. Like, I'm in that same category. You know what I mean? Like, I'm
Who
not,
wants to see saggy titties?
bro. You're fucking tripping if you think bitches' tits start sagging at fucking 28 or even 30.
If they don't work out,
Bro, I'm telling you. If you think chicks' tits start sagging around 28 to 30, bro, you're in for a rude awakening.
don't
I
make
was
me
just
look it up.
fucking some 40-year-old broad the other day and her tits were still perky.
Well, that's because she wears a bra every day, bro. There's a difference there.
What the fuck are you talking about? Like 90% of women do.
Not all of them.
That's why I just said 90%.
Dude, I'm trying to look something up and now my brain's fucking going in circles. Um, I'm trying to fact check myself.
If they have a kid, I'm sure their tits will start sagging sooner. That's just
Hmm.
the effects of the kid, though. You know what I mean?
It's true. Because of all the milk inside and shit.
Yeah. And well, they just get extra fat. All tits are just fat, right? Once you get pregnant, they get really fat. So
Yeah, you're way more right than me, Loki.
I'm not trying to brag or nothing, but I know.
Some of them say 50 and beyond.
50?
Yeah.
Okay, that's pretty nuts. Like the chick that I was fucking around when she was 44 and her tits was still perky as hell. So.
Were you like squeezing on them and shit?
Oh, I was sucking them bad boys, bud. I was like a fucking 2-year old myself.
This fucking dude.
Mama. Mama.
She's like, you gonna stay the night? You're like, no, I gotta go play some split game.
No, I wasn't saying.
You're funny though. Old man comes home and just starts whooping your ass.
No, there was no old man for sure. This bitch was a little out there. Just say I understand why she's fucking 44 and single. She was cavernous, brother. She was cavernous.
Probably a feminist too.
Yeah, I have no idea. She's a nice lady though.
Is
Never
she?
going back.
She make you food?
She's weird. She's an odd duck. To say that.
I'm lucky kind of burned out of Oblivion. It kind of sucks.
Yeah, it's what happens with those games really fast.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, because not like you want it to happen. Obviously.
What do I start? Fallout 3?
Yes. Yeah.
It's a
Bro,
good
do it.
one, eh?
Dude, that's
I have it downloaded.
one of my favorite games of all time. Definitely play that shit. Have you ever played it before?
A long time ago.
Yeah, dude, definitely play it. It is well fucking worth it. You will not be, I swear to God, you will not be disappointed.
Can you
It's
mod it?
like, I don't know. You may be able to on Xbox. I know you can on PC for sure, but
Yeah.
I played it back in the day as well. Like, phenomenal game, bro. I love that fucking
Yeah.
game.
There's a lot to it too for an older game like that.
It's dated though. Like it is definitely dated. You know what I mean? But,
Yeah, but some people like that type of shit, you know?
yeah, I was. Yeah, I'm one of them. I like that type of shit.
Did you ever play New Vegas?
That's the one Fallout that I haven't played.
I hear it's better than 3, bro.
That's what everyone
It's
says,
certain,
but
it's certain aspects.
that's what everyone says, but I don't know. I was always such a fanboy of 3 that it's like my golden goose. You know what I mean?
It's true. I think all that's better is like the setting, and I hear the story is better. Like the actual gameplay of 3 is probably better, like the mechanics and gameplay. I've actually never played New Vegas myself. I just hear all about it.
Excuse me. Sorry, something just went down the wrong pipe, and I was just choking silently there. Yeah, it's
You
super.
eating?
Yeah, yeah. It's a super fun game, bro. Like, super fun game. I really enjoy it. Fallout 3. New Vegas, I watched my buddy play that shit. And I remember he put so much C4 down that he blew it all up at once. He gave his Xbox the red ring of death.
Unfixable. It's all busted.
Yeah, his like Xbox just started like smoking. Not even trolling. Excuse me.
So I was gonna run with Geekster. I was gonna run the Skywalker Saga, like the Lego one. It's
Nice.
not even fucking co-op, bro.
No, none of them are.
None of the Lego games are,
Like
or just Star Wars.
I'm pretty sure they're co-op. Like if you have someone like with you, but not online,
That's fucking dumb.
or like
What
LAN.
if it like a really good game though? You know what I mean? Like
Like I love it.
they just never. What's the point of no co-op, bro? Like I want to play with my buddy, bro.
Yeah, I know. There's co-op, but I'm pretty sure you just gotta like I said,
Split
fucking
screen that shit.
yeah, yeah. Fortunately, sadly,
Did you ever play Anthem?
that's just yeah. Maybe you tried to get me to play it. I was like,
I think I tried to get you to play the last or the first Ascent,
mm.
or was it Anthem?
No, it was the first Ascent. You're right.
It's pretty much the same type of game though,
It
you know.
was. It's what it reminded me of was Anthem. That's why I always get those two confused.
They're the same fucking game.
Yeah,
Tomato, tomato.
like even the graphics were like so fucking similar. I was like, damn, that's nuts.
Dude, Xbox has some really good games on Game Pass, bro. I'm just gonna
It
say
does. It's one of the best deals in gaming for sure.
all the Dead Spaces. Like,
Definitely one of the best deals in gaming, no doubt.
did you like Dead Island 2 or kind of a flop?
No, it was an enjoyable first person experience game. I kind of just played the campaign once, but like there's definitely lots of replayability in that shit.
I'm gonna have to try that one then. I'm gonna have to renew my Game Pass.
It's pretty Dead Island 2 is actually pretty fun. Like it's one of those games you can just rush through it kind of like I did and still like understand what's going on. Or you can like
I'll have
run
to try
around
it.
and explore.
Did you ever play Doom?
Fuck yeah, it was a great game.
Should I try the new one? I have it downloaded.
Mm-hmm. Fuck yeah.
You played like Doom 1 and 2?
I played every Doom ever except for the new one.
Oh, shit.
I'm a Doom fan, bro.
Did you ever play Fable?
I did. I did not like it.
Nah, not your thing.
Not my thing. Ding a ling a ling.
Dude, you need to get Gears Reloaded, bro. I think it's 1, 2, and 3, and it's all co-op or crossplay.
Here's reloaded. Yeah, I seen that actually. Well, that's pretty interesting.
You should swoop, bro, because it's on PlayStation and shit too. They're letting PlayStation have all of the games too. It's
I mean,
kind of crazy.
I'm on PC now, though, dog.
Yeah, I'm just saying that like Gears used to be an Xbox exclusive, you know?
Oh yeah, I forgot. You're right. You are right. I forgot all about that. I'm not gonna
No,
lie.
I'm telling you, Xbox is gonna own Steam, bro.
No, they won't.
Dude, I promise you, they were doing a Xbox Portable, and it was gonna be built-in Steam to the Xbox Portable.
That doesn't mean they're buying it.
They were doing like a handheld fucking bullshit with Steam built into it, kind of like a Nintendo Switch.
The guy that owns Steam said already he'd never sell it. Many times.
Damn.
That's why I'm
Well,
skeptical. He's like, I don't care about the price. You can offer me billions of dollars. It's like a little quote. Like, you offer me billions of dollars. I don't care. I'm not selling it. It's my baby.
You don't think he partners up?
That's why I said they might do a partnership or something, but I can't see them, like, actually fucking, you know.
He'll take 10 mil a month, you know? Like
Yeah, he'll take the, yeah. He'll take the 10 million a month.
I'm just saying that's
The
how
guy that
Xbox.
owns
That's
Steam, the guy that owns Steam, here's a fun fact. The guy that owns Steam used to be really good friends with the guy that made Minecraft, and the guy that made Minecraft sold it and got all depressed and shit. And so the guy that sold Minecraft told the guy that owns Steam or Valve or whatever, said never sell it, you'll regret it. So that's another reason why I'm just kind of like, I don't know.
He probably makes bank off that shit, bro.
What do you mean?
He
Steam?
probably makes bank off owning Steam, yeah.
Oh, dude, are you fucking kidding me? I think it's like $1 billion industry revenue. Steam.
Easily, probably a year, you know? Like,
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, yeah.
did you ever play the Mass Effects?
Mass Effect. I never played them, but you know Zeno that shows on my stream.
Yeah.
I watched him.
I haven't seen him in a minute, Loki.
Well, he was in here the other night. I watched
Was
Zeno
he?
beat all three. Oh, dude, I forgot to plant the limp root seed at the other place. Fuck. Yeah, Zeno was in
Fuck's
here
his-
earlier.
He's a goat. I like Xeno.
Yeah, he's the goat.
Very uplifting dude.
Yeah, facts, bro. Facts. I remember when he was like dealing with this broad and her kid. And I was just like, fuck, you need to get out of this situation. She was just like using the shit out of you and like fucking other guys. Like, get the fuck out of there.
You gotta know when to abandon ship. That's one thing I've learned, you know?
Oh, yeah. Every man learns at their own pace, though.
It's true. I was seeing a meme earlier today where like your first breakup, you just don't give a shit, but then that second breakup, it hits you harder than the third or the first, you know?
I don't know. For me, it was the first one.
The first one, you're just like, whatever. And you can keep playing games or going to the gym or whatever. And that second one will fuck you up.
It was the first one for me. Probably because I got
You were just
shit. But...
You didn't have a girlfriend before her for a substantial enough time?
No,
Sorry.
I met my baby
worded that
mom.
weird.
So when I was, I met my baby mom when I was 13 years old, bro.
Just ruined it for you.
Yeah. Like, she used to just sit
Yeah,
there and
that's
like
unfortunate.
have like 20-year-old, like we're like 14, 15, right? She'd have like 20-year-old men fucking hitting on her, and she'd be like entertaining it and shit. And she's like, "There's nothing wrong with it."
You're just like, I'll just play baseball. Fuck you.
And hit pretty much.
That's why I think streaming or like the online ruined, well, even just in my own experience early, it's just like my bitch thought that was all okay and shit, flirting with dudes on her stream and shit.
Yeah.
Because it's just for revenue, you know what I mean? Like,
No. Okay, well, let me go to the club and start flirting with some bitches. It's just for fun.
well, even like Andrew Tate says, men can fuck chicks and not get emotionally attached, but women can't do that. You know what I mean?
I don't know. I think either one can get emotionally attached.
Well,
I've
yeah,
seen
of course.
guys
But
hit. I've seen guys hit it and then go to the fucking house and end up like killing the bride because you don't fucking love me, bitch. We shared an intimate moment together. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, that's just a crazy psychos on drugs and shit though. Like,
and so it can happen both ways.
I think a high stature man can go and fuck a chick and not have feelings for her and just one and done it and still be married or whatever, you know? Imagine you have $1 million, bro. Like,
I mean, you can definitely fuck a chick and not have any feelings whatsoever towards her. It's definitely possible. But the chick can sit there and fuck a dude and just have his like zero fucking feelings for the guy as well. Just like this broad I hooked up with in high school, we fucked and then just never talked again. You know what I mean? Not like she ever came and sought me out or anything after that, and I never saw her out after.
that's a very masculine trait, you know?
That's definitely
Just in my own opinion.
definitely a masculine trait, but I like it just works both ways. Like anybody can do it. What's up, Square?
Well,
What's up, Sean?
that's why I think women are too masculine nowadays. That's the issue with the dating market, bro.
Oh yeah, that's a whole fucking different
That's
topic.
why
But
they're
yeah, I
out
agree.
hoeing right now, you know what I mean? Like that's the masculine it's flopped right now, bro. Like the masculine trait, the women are all doing what men do.
You never met a masculine trait until you've met me. That's funny as fuck. Yeah, shiny boy, I'll rip a toke here. It's gonna have to be off camera and out the window though.
That's my dog.
Daughter's in town. She's coming over for a little swim on Wednesday.
Huge.
Yeah, she's seen the fucking her face when I showed her the pool that we have at like in the complex here. She just like for whatever reason she just loves swimming. I showed her the pool that we have, and her mouth just dropped, and she looked at me. And she's like, "Dad, you need to take me there." It's like, well, it's a good thing I live there, you know.
Get in there for free, eh? Just
Yeah,
gotta know like
exactly.
the code or whatever.
Yeah, exactly. Yes, sir. I remember when I was in high school, I took a broad in there skinny dipping.
Did you get some?
What do you think, Jay?
10 out of 10.
Yeah.
Was it in the pool? That's baller shit, bro.
Good time. Cheers, bro, and I respect that. I respect you, Shawnee boy. You just gonna have to give me a minute here, bro. I'm just fucking doing my little farm run. 20k in on CS2. Yeah, that's crazy. Want to hear something even crazier than that, Squared? It was 47 degrees Celsius in my job today. It felt like my fucking skin was melting off of my body. 20,000 fucking kills though is insane. That's almost as much as I have in Apex. Actually, it's pretty close to what I have in Apex. You're in the AC chilling? Yeah, damn, bro. Lucky. I dude, they have these like dollar store fans that oscillate so slow. I was just like, holy fuck, I'd rather not even have this. You know what I mean? Yo, Sean, I hear you. Rocky, stop looking at me like that, baby. You're making me feel bad. You're making me feel bad. Hello?
Oh,
Fuck, my sister's just zombieing down the fucking stairs. What do you say?
what did you say?
Martha, speak up. Okay.
Fuck.
Hurry. What's up, zombie? They just keep accumulating. Yeah, story of my life. Oh, my feet hurt.
Guess how many days I have on Apex played?
No clue.
93.
Damn.
That's a fuck ton, bro. 93 days, 11 hours, and 20 minutes.
That's fuck all. I got like 5,000 hours on my PC and another like probably 4 or 5,000 on my fucking console.
Yeah, we don't have lice.
Dude, I used to literally like I'm not even exaggerating when I say this. We used to have a setup in my work truck. I set it up so we could play the Xbox and shit, or PlayStation or whatever we wanted in the fucking work truck. And I used to sit there, go and like put up a sign or whatever I needed to do at the gas station, run in, play a fucking match of Apex, run back out, go back to like. I was a piece of
Didn't
shit.
you used to have it in your boy's truck too?
That's why I was just saying, like, yeah.
Yeah.
We'd be running in and out every like 15 minutes, play a game for like 20 minutes, run back out. We're out of town working, so we never got caught. How am I, bro? I'm fucking pooched, dude. I fucking just worked in 47-degree weather all goddamn day. I am fucking done with this bullshit day. Tomorrow's gonna be even hotter. Temperatures to jump. Dude, I swear to God, I might even be just coming home early tomorrow. I'm not even gonna fucking lie.
Miraculously get sick. You're like, oh fuck.
It might not even be miraculous. I might actually fucking get sick. I got like the wicked headache right now.
Heat stroke.
Uh,
You need one of those cooling towels, bro. You just get it wet.
Dude, that shit doesn't do a fucking goddamn thing. Are you kidding me?
Dude, I used to work outside. I used to have them. You must not get the good ones, bro.
Bro, that shit is fucking horrendous, bro.
You put it on your vitals?
That shit just makes me hotter. I swear to God. It just makes me sweat more and shit. You know what really cooled me down today? This chick came up to me and she's like, "You want a popsicle, Jack?" And I was like, "I would love one." I had this fucking popsicle, and for like half an hour, it felt like I was just in a room temperature room, and then all of a sudden the heat came back and just like raped me.
Like, damn it, I need another one of those.
Yeah, I was literally gonna go ask her for another one, but it's like, oh fuck, it's probably the only one. So be nasty for the next week, huh? Yo, Sean, it was 116 degrees, 0.6 for Fahrenheit in my fucking work today, bro. 116.6. Like,
That's insane.
Dude, I drank like 12 bottles of water today.
And probably sweated it all out.
Yeah, dude, I'm pissing like fucking brown. Definitely sweated it all out. Definitely sweated it all out.
I miss Variety Gamer, Jack.
What do you mean?
I need to play, like, Shadow of War.
This fucking guy. I knew you were gonna say some shit like that, bro. I just fucking knew it.
Borderlands 2 with fucking what's his name?
Squirt. I forgot. Yo, dude, I was supposed to play Borderlands with Squirt last weekend. Damn. Yo, Squirt, we're gonna have to play like Wednesday night.
See, Variety Gamer Jack. He's a peach.
Variety Gamer Jack's a bum.
Good energy, bro. Good energy.
Cheers.
Cheers.
You know what I need back, JSki? The weed smoking JSki.
He was a baller, bro.
Yeah, Borderlands 2 for free.
Super lucky.
Hey, talking
I
shit.
would just sit there. I'd take way too many tokes, bro. When I look back on that, I was never not stoned, you know?
Welcome to my life. It's a beautiful thing, isn't it?
Do you like sneak hits to work and shit? You're like, I'm going on break. Just sneak it
Bro,
in your car and shit.
there's no sneaking. I just fucking have a pen and I just rip the pen when I get to work and go in stoned as fuck. And like when on my break, I'm just coming down. I'll go out and I'll fucking recharge with like 20, like not even joking, like 20 fucking hits or something. And
Be in
then
space and shit.
yeah, sometimes I come back in and I'm moving all slow and shit, and they're just like the chick that I take over for. She's like sitting there looking at me. Like the one day I remember when I first started working there, bro. I first, I first start working there. She's just like looking at me, and I'm like chink eyed as a motherfucker. You know what I mean? I'm like, what? And she's like, oh, nothing.
She's up to something. She's like this fucking dude.
Yeah, so she's just looking at me, and like you could just I was obliterated. Like I was just fucking stoned as shit the first day I went in. And then motherfuckers in the store said they didn't have any. Like, what the fuck? Why does it say in stock? People are just dumb and don't change the sign, you know? Clear that out.
Is there like dispensaries everywhere?
Yeah, they. You want to hear something hilarious, dude? They used to sit there. Yeah, Jack, read my shit. FYI, J shits. That Jack gonna play Mordau Zombies real soon. Oh, Mordau. I forgot all about that. Yeah, he called you J shits.
It's kind of funny. Not gonna lie.
Fucking, that's crazy, bro. An hour plus of driving just to get told basically like, "Hey, go fuck yourself." Dude, I'd be pissed. Oh, dude, I might need to rip another toke. Fuck that toke. You know, for me, man, one toke it just gets me like antsy and shit, and then I rip another one, and I'm like actually fucking like stoned as a motherfucker. You know, I got a problem.
Fuck, you pretty much sort it all out of your system by then.
I got a problem, JC.
At least you're not out on like fucking heroin, bro. That's all you gotta tell yourself.
Touche.
Could always be worse. You could be an alcoholic.
Yeah. Wait, you like J shits, don't you? J shits just reminds me of Jack's tits.
I remember that kid, bro. That's my favorite troll.
Boom, boom, Canada.
That kid's funny too, but he was a one and done, you know? Jack's tits was persistent. He came in like 10
Motherfucker.
different times
The
and got
mother,
banned.
the motherfucker was making accounts called Jack's tits and coming back. Like what?
He made like 5 or 6 different accounts.
I know. Anton type shit. Yeah, that kid still comes into my stream. That Anton motherfucker. That's funny you say that. Fucking Anton. He is like one of my first viewers ever. Well, not ever, but like in terms of like zombies and stuff. Dead ass? No, I'm not even trolling, dude. He was one of my like first zombies viewers ever. He used to come in my stream and just be like actually super chill, and then other people started popping in. And he just like turned into a fucking weirdo.
Guess what Vita said when someone said he was view botting?
No
It just
man,
made me
just
think
get
of it.
good, bro.
He's when I look at my analytics, it says everybody's on their TVs, so they wouldn't be chatting.
Yeah. It's definitely view botting.
Yeah, massively.
I was born at night, but it wasn't last night, buddy boy.
That was just his excuse he said last night to some kid who asked him.
Yeah, no, though, like I don't think he understands that you can. There's websites where you can just go and look at people's analytics. You know what I mean? Like usually it's supposed to be like off limits for people. I can literally just go look at his analytics and shit right now.
No, yeah, that's kind of nuts.
So awkward. You know what I mean?
We need to get on Scrappy's rank squad this split, bro.
Tell Scrappy to suck my dick.
Should I? You want me to really quick?
No.
It'd be funny, bro.
Fuck that kid. Get him in here, Jay. Get him in here. You're
My
bad.
friend says you should suck his dick, Scrap.
I was pissed though, getting told that I basically go fuck myself doesn't help, and I tried doing that yesterday and didn't get anywhere. Yeah, I mean, next time maybe just call in advance. That's all I can think of.
As soon as you hopped off Apex last night, I saw your viewer count skyrocket.
Yeah, me too.
Was that like 22 or something, wasn't it?
I don't even know, to be honest with you. I know there was double digits.
So my theory is that if we didn't win that game last night, you were gonna play more.
Probably.
It didn't work out. So I took a Kraber to the dome.
I was playing so bad. You did take
You're
a
not the one
Kraber.
that got Kraber to the face.
You did take right after I said, "Yo, Jay, they got a Kraber," and you know what you did. I'll tell you exactly what you did wrong. You peeked the exact same spot like 4 times in a row. So the kid was just pre-aiming you, waiting for you.
Yeah.
Did exactly what you did in the range. I watched you jump up in the same spot 4 times. I think it was 4 times anyway.
Something like that, yeah. Some console brain shit, you know?
No, I literally was watching it, and I even said, like, watch out, they got a Kraber, just so you wouldn't peek the same spot, and you jumped up in the same spot again and just fucking died. And I was like, well, yeah, told you.
There goes the game. Bro, I tried to triple take him, okay?
Yeah, triple take versus a Kraber. I don't know.
I even hit him too.
I hit him, Dad. I hit him.
I had 2,000 damage that game, bro. I threw so hard.
Yeah, we were playing really well. Like, I mean, we killed like a third of the lobby or something. I had like 9 or 10 kills.
Yeah, I had another 8 or 9. And then our teammate had another like 6 or 7. He's at Newcastle.
Yeah, he was good. He was a good player.
He's like, this fucking J-Ski guy.
He was a good player. He was actually listening to me. I would turn on my mic in game and be like, fuck Resin J, res me. And he'd stop Resin you and run over and res me.
Is that right there in that last fight? You fucker.
Yeah, yeah.
You should buy me 30 Apex packs, bro.
Shit, dude, you should buy me 30 Apex packs.
If you buy me 30, I'll buy you 30.
How about you buy me 30 and we call it a day?
If you buy me the battle pass, the premium one.
The premium one? How about you buy me? I'll buy you the battle pass. It's the regular pass. I'll gift it to you. And you give me those 30 packs, baby.
Sounds like an Indian bargain.
Yeah. That's the only bargain. Trust me. Source, trust me, bro.
You ever seen the Lone Ranger?
Nah. Can't say I have.
So, there's this Indian, Native American or whatever, and anytime he steals something, he puts like dirt in their pocket to replace it. He's like, Indian trade. It's fucking good, bro. He does it like 10 or 12 times because he's just like a pickpocketer, you know?
That's crazy.
He's like fair trade. I don't know, gaming's just kind of slowly dying, bro.
We're just getting older.
Yeah, fair.
Fuck
I've been sitting here staring at my loading screen for like I load into a game, and then I just exit out of the game.
My sister's drunk or something.
You should probably check on her, bro. Hopefully he's just drunk, you know?
Oh. Okay, now I can finally actually play the game. Bro, my fucking... Oh, that's disgusting. That's crazy.
You haven't gotten to play with Squirmer in a while, have you?
Nah. Opposite schedules. That's why usually on the weekend I'd be gaming with the Ironman squad, you know?
Damn, someone just redeemed a token in your chat, bro. What a douche, huh?
Yeah. I'm gonna have to ban
I'm trying
that
to
guy.
see who called me fucking J shits. You squirt, you motherfucker.
Yeah, I swear, I told you.
That's who you play Borderlands with, yeah?
Yeah.
Didn't he get it for you? Or no?
Yeah, he bought that for me. I got him Oblivion Remaster, so we're even.
It's kind of an Indian trade.
I was definitely, dude, you kidding me? I was definitely an Indian trade. The fucking. You kidding me?
You won't get me 30 out of Apex packs. This fucking dude.
You won't get me 30 Apex packs?
I bet I'd pull an heirloom, bro. And then it would be... You'd get to pick the heirloom. I'd even give you the fucking... The satisfaction of picking.
I'd make sure that you never got the low skin.
No, I'd probably get the sword, bro.
I'd make sure you didn't get the sword then.
This fucking guy, I should have told you something. I wanted Watson's heirloom. For sure. You'd give me like a Rampart stupid like wrench or some shit. I'd have to become a Rampart main.
I give you cryptos.
Crypto's not a bad pick, bro.
That shit sucks. What are you talking about? That heirloom is dog shit.
The crypto sword?
Yeah.
It's top 10.
Dog shit.
If it was universal for every legend, you'd think it was better. Just because crypto, you think it's trash, his heirloom's not bad, bro. Don't you ever fucking talk shit on my boy Crypto, bro. You remember that one Crypto on E-District?
He just kept going invisible and he was complaining at us.
Yeah, he's sitting there bitching at us that we sucked. I went to game chat and started ripping him a new one.
Yeah, I remember.
He'd always like run off in the middle of our fights too.
Yeah. He just like wouldn't even fight with us. He'd just go invisible. And he'd be flying around his drone like, fucking kill him.
That was before that was like right when they buffed Crypto too. So they could just not see him at all.
I'm fixing to learn sign language. I know some basics, but I want to learn sentences rather than single words and letters. Sean, that's fucking crazy. Big brain shit. I wouldn't have the patience for that. I'm not gonna lie.
Did you ever hear about the sign language interpreter that got fired because they were just doing a bunch of gibberish on like national news?
That's hilarious.
I'll have to send you the clip of that because it's fucking hilarious, dude.
That's just shit I'd be doing.
I found it even too. Dude, whenever I load into my YouTube, it's always at 2 times speed. Is that weird? Is that in like my settings?
And you just gotta clear your cache.
Of signing total gibberish. This time it was at the police conference announcing the Tampa serial killings.
We will be charging 4 counts of first-degree murder.
Standing off to the side, apparently translating every word. This
Apparently.
We received over 5,000 tips.
Oh shit, my mic wasn't muted, my bad. I sent it to you. It's fucking hilarious.
was nonsense.
This bitch got fired, dude. It was fucking funny as fuck.
I'm gonna watch it right now.
The first comment is confused deaf people probably wondering why there's a second Civil War. The comments in this are gold, bro.
Why is there a second Civil War?
Everyone's gangsta
It
until the
happened
fake
again.
interpreter
Another
does gang
sign
signs.
language interpreter accused of signing total gibberish. This time it was at the police news conference announcing an arrest in the Tampa serial killings.
We will be charging 4 counts of first-degree murder.
Standing off to the side, apparently translating every word, this woman.
We received over 5,000 tips in this case.
But it turns out much of what she was signing was nonsense. She waved her arms around.
And she just has like the straightest fucking face the
says
whole
one
time she's doing it,
outraged
bro.
She like
It's so
looking,
fucking
she like
funny.
looking around the entire room at
Identified
people
as
and
Sterling
shit.
Roberts has a
Like
strict
no one will
arrest for
notice.
fraud.
No,
So how
dude.
did she
She's
come
like,
to
I'm
be
getting paid. I don't give a
translating at last
fuck.
week's high
Bro, this bitch has been arrested like 9 times for fraud.
You seen her before?
No, I just watched the whole video. Well, not the whole
Oh, did
video,
you?
but like
I turned it down. So
that bitch has been arrested 9 times for fraud and shouldn't have even had that job.
it's even funnier. She's like looking like she's trying to like think of what to say. You know what I mean? Like she's like, it looks all legit if you didn't fucking know sign language. You know?
That's so funny. I'm assuming it's this one.
Okay, okay, Mr. Allen.
Right.
I believe that your case was going to trial not this Monday, but the following Monday. Do you understand that?
Yes,
Okay, I tell you, if you need to tell me something, I'll let you come up here to the podium so you can speak into the microphone and I can hear you.
yes, the attorney here, I'm wanting to fire him.
Uh-huh.
And, you know, I don't feel like he's doing any...
Who are you going to hire?
I'm not gonna hire nobody. I'm gonna try to get a different public defender.
There isn't, you have a right to an attorney.
This lawyer has...
You don't have a right to a specific
Fuck.
attorney.
This lawyer has made sexual advances on me. He's misrepresenting my case. He told me if...
So you heard
if I
how like
wanted him
Michelle
to-
Obama's doing a podcast?
Of course she is. Anything
Well-
for some money.
Well, at the starting, like her first podcast, people were all commenting like in real time about how it was like a dude and just making a bunch of dude jokes. I'm trying to find it so I could send it to
Do
you,
a
but
good
it's
job.
not.
I had to let him give me oral sex. He's
I
had
can't find it.
doctors at Central
But it's
State
literally like the
Hospital
funniest
put
comment
false-
section I've ever seen in my life.
Let's
You know
call
what I
her
mean?
dude.
false diagnosis on me.
Yeah, like making
I don't-
jokes about it
you
though
know,
too.
I
Like
know Mr. Wyatt
you just
pretty
laugh
well,
your
and I
ass
don't
off
think
if
he
I could
has the
find it. I
ability to
can't though.
make Doctors at Central State do
I saw it a
anything.
while
They
ago.
did
and
it.
it's just
and he's
old.
the one that
Funny.
had me sit down there.
Well, you know, they may have
Lighten
done it,
her
but
ass
I
up.
don't think that he had anything to do with it.
No one
Alright,
gives a
well,
fuck
he
about
won't
your
give me the discovery.
podcast, bro.
Well,
You're a
There's
dude.
things in Discovery. He's supposed to give me the incident and told me that it was the discovery.
Okay.
They're alternating
Okay.
documents that I've
If
read.
You're the
Scroll
dude,
down to her
dude.
first.
If you want the indictment,
Oh, she's definitely
I'll
a
make sure
dude,
you
bro.
get a copy of the indictment.
No, I'm saying I got the indictment,
Uh-huh.
but he's not complying with Discovery.
Okay.
I'm supposed to get the autopsy report, the coroner report, pictures of the crime scene,
Coroner report?
criminal background records. I want...
Is this a murder?
In the county jail.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm supposed to get the criminal background records, investigational summaries.
Mr. Wyatt, what discovery do you have?
I found it. The first comment is someone here's got some serious balls. By that I mean whoever hasn't disabled the comments
This is a
yet.
murder case, and you're telling me the only thing on Discovery is a 4-page indictment?
I don't think he's saying that. I think
That's
he's
fucking
saying
funny,
he's
dude.
giving you everything he has.
He ain't giving me no autopsy report. He ain't giving me no
Out of
coroner's report. He ain't giving me-
316,000
Well, it may
views, no
be
doubt
that he he doesn't have that. I don't
315K
know.
and we're
That's
just
what I've
here
been
and
trying
pause
to
the
get.
video
He didn't give me
immediately to check the
pictures of
comments.
The crime scene. I've seen other people go to trial on murder charges. I've seen what you're supposed to get. I'm not going to work with this attorney.
Well, you know,
It's not gonna happen.
You've got.
I'm not going to trial with this attorney.
Well, you've got two choices. One, you can
Video
go to trial
score
with them, or
48%,
two,
comment
you can
score
try
over
the case
120
yourself. Now,
is
I
what that
definitely
comment
completely
is.
think that.
I've got a right to have.
Wait a minute. Listen to me. That would be the biggest mistake you've ever made in your life.
So basically, you're sitting here telling me
Now, you
you're
have
gonna find me guilty if I go to trial and try to defend myself.
You're probably right. That would be my guess if you try to defend yourself. You don't know anything about selecting a jury, do you?
No.
Do you know anything about cross-examining witnesses?
No.
Do you know anything about criminal procedure?
I know I don't have to let
Do you know anything?
this guy suck my
Let me
to get
let
some
me,
legal representation.
You know something? I'll be honest, Mr. Allen. I really don't believe that.
Well, I'm not concerned if you believe it or not.
But
no,
I'm
Just two men hanging out having a good time.
And I'm not gonna work with this attorney.
Well, that's up to you.
So I hold myself in contempt if you try to pull me up here to court with that attorney.
That's fine. I mean, that's up to you. I told you what your choices are. You can go to trial.
I'm just telling you.
Listen to me.
I'll hold myself into contempt.
Listen to me.
You.
Listen to me.
Go yourself. I'm through here. Y'all done?
I'm finding you in contempt of court.
I don't care.
I know you don't, and I sentence you to 20 days for that. And if you say anything else, I'm gonna add 20 days for everything you say.
You.
40 days.
You again.
60.
Go yourself.
A year.
Your mama.
10 years.
Suck my.
You know something? This is gonna be an interesting trial.
Oh yeah?
Oh yeah.
You're not supposed to smile in court. You know that if you smile,
I can smile anytime I want.
it's a violation. Now you're cussing and yelling
I
at me.
have not cussed.
Yeah, you did.
I am yelling.
Well, go yourself. Suck my.
That's why I'm yelling.
Suck my.
You know something? You are absolutely the rudest person I think I've ever met.
You reckon if I let you suck my that I could get a fair trial here?
Oh, I don't think so.
I got a big now, and if I pull it out,
I don't think that's gonna get you a fair trial unless you have
I'm done.
every one of the jurors do it.
I don't think that mouth is big enough, sir. I've got a big old donkey.
You know, I'm sure.
Look at the guy typing. Yo, SH, are you still in my chat, bro?
I'm sure mine's not.
I've got a big old donkey for that ass.
Good. I'm sure the women love it.
I don't girls.
Oh no. I'm sorry.
I boys.
Oh, I'm sorry. You prefer men.
I boys.
You prefer men, right?
I white boys.
You white or black?
White boys.
Oh, butt boys?
With big butts.
Oh, of course. You know, you look like a queer.
Well, okay, so now you're calling me a queer in the courtroom?
I didn't call you one. I said you looked like one.
You're yelling.
Do you understand the English language?
Wait, you're yelling, you're laughing.
Do you understand the English language?
This is kangaroo court, sir.
Do you know what? No, we're not in Australia.
I mean, if you want to suck my you can do it any time now. We can
Oh,
get this court
you're
ordered.
so smart.
Do we have to court order this?
You're so funny. You're so cute.
Can we get a court order to get my sucked, sir?
You're so cute. I know all the inmates just love you to death.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I bet.
All the white butt boys love me to death, too.
Okay, well, I'll bet they do. And I bet all the rest of them do, too.
You ain't supposed to smile in court.
I'll bet everybody enjoys sucking your
You ain't supposed to be smiling in court. That's a violation.
I can smile anytime my dadgum want to.
Now you're yelling at me again.
I am. I'm yelling.
You're getting mad.
Can you hear me?
You're shaking.
I am yelling at you.
Well, reckon you can suck my
Yelling.
Can you take a break?
Yelling.
Can you take a break?
I'm yelling at you.
How long
Can you
till
take a break?
baseball
Yelling.
playoffs?
Can I get my
Is
sucked?
it a
Can
while
you hear
still?
me?
Season's
Yelling.
just
I get
started.
my sucked?
Yelling.
it?
Are
Yelling.
you ready to suck
Yeah.
now? Have you got it all?
That's why I
like the
do
only
something
sport
Well,
going.
You want me to you in the butt then, right?
Oh my
Yeah, I
goodness.
guess.
You've got plenty of that over in jail.
I could
Wanna
see it in
know
you
what
when I
you
came
know
in the
about?
courtroom.
Okay, that's
Every
fine.
day at
You're gonna
work
be
now,
here
I just
on,
sit there
let me
and
tell
put
you how
on
this is gonna
fucking
work. You're gonna
baseball.
You
be
gonna tell me shit?
Listen.
Suck my
Shut up. Listen
On your
to
phone
me.
or something?
Yeah, just right on my
Listen,
phone. Just
suck
have
my-
the
You will be
whatever
here in
game's
the
going.
court
Just
on
throw it
Monday.
on.
You're sucking my
Well, listen to me
Go
now.
yourself.
Okay, I'm going to tell you how this
been
is
watching
gonna
the
work.
Spode teams?
You either listen or not. I don't care.
I'm through. Can I
I've
leave
been
the
watching
courtroom?
fucking
No,
A
you've got
team.
to stay here.
No, I'm not
team.
talking to the bastard.
We are going to have the trial Monday week.
No,
Literally,
we
I
are.
mean,
I ain't
every
going to trial with this lawyer present.
Listen, if you do not,
Suck my you stinking ass cracker.
if you
Any
act
sleeper
like
teams
this,
that look
if you
good?
act like this, I will send you out of the courtroom
Old bitch ass cracker.
and leave you out of the
Not
courtroom
really.
during the trial.
Horse
Like the
ass cracker.
Diamondbacks?
Do you understand
Horse
that?
ass
Dog
sucking
shit.
ass.
Do you understand
Big
that?
butt.
Do you understand that?
ass cracker.
Do you understand that?
Getting mad, ain't you?
Stupid.
Red face.
Listen.
about
Now you're
the
calling me
pirates?
stupid.
Listen. Yes, I am.
Terrible.
This is kangaroo court.
You know what? You have a constitutional right to be a dumbass.
Why don't you jump up on the stand?
one of the
best
Jump
players in
around
this-
Right
like
to be
a
a
The Rockets.
kangaroo, you dumb bastard.
The
Suck my
Rockies.
I
Oh,
ain't
the Rockies
listening
are
to
even
nothing
worse
you
than the other
say.
teams.
Come in
I
here
said.
Monday
How
weekend.
about this? I'll kill your whole family. And when I get in this trial, I'll murder your whole family. I'll cut your children up into pieces. I'll knock their brains
What about
out with
the
a
Blue
camera
Jays?
and feed them
Are
to you.
Dog
you
shit.
taking this down?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I'm
Worse
gonna
than the
refer you to
last
district
two, or
attorney's
no?
office.
I don't give a who you're referring to.
I'm just telling
I
you.
thought you were referring to my mother man.
Aggravated assault, terroristic threats, and we'll just
I
add
don't give
to
a
it.
I will murder
the
you, your
Angels,
whole
bro.
family, your kids.
I was
am not
watching them
supposed
play
to
and
be
they
in
were
jail.
beating the
I
Red
was
Sox
framed.
earlier.
That motherfucker asked me to eat his ass
Really?
for a bag of coffee.
Well,
and
you
now
know-
you're
Yeah.
telling me that I got to
The Cubs
I gotta
good?
go to trial with this man over here.
You're obviously
He's probably a pedophile.
You're obviously fixated on
Cubs
butts
have
and-
some good
Huh?
players,
I'm
but I wouldn't
fixated
say
on
they're
your
a good
mouth.
No, you're
team.
fixated on butts and.
You got a nasty mouth, sir.
I have an awful mouth.
You have a big old fat mouth.
I do.
About the
You gotta have a
Orioles.
big old mouth to get this in it.
I sure do.
They've
All
been
right.
Yep, I'm proud
terrible
of it.
I'll
this
make
year.
sure the
Very
next time I
disappointing.
come to court, I'll
I-
pull it out and jack on you.
Okay, why don't you do that right now?
I jack on white boys.
Well,
Just
why don't you
literally
do that
naming
right
off
now?
random
Just
teams
like
I can
jack
think
on
of, bro, you know?
females.
Do it right now.
I can't do it now.
Do it
I
now.
ain't got.
I
But
don't care.
Aren't like
Take
the
off
Rays a
cuffs.
team?
How many hands do you have to do
Take
it?
off the cuffs.
Come on. No. Jack
The
off.
Rays,
This is
yeah,
kangaroo court.
Come on,
they're
jack
in like
off.
last
This is-
place
this
in
is
the
kangaroo
division.
court.
Jack off right now.
Are y'all
Fuck,
getting
I'm
this?
naming
Yeah,
some
they're
shitty
getting it.
fucking teams off.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
make sure
Yankees are
this
killing
guy
it.
done called
They
me
lost
stupid.
tonight,
This
though. I was
motherfucker
watching
done
their
told
game.
me he was gonna suck my.
I did not say that.
He wanted me to him in the butt.
I did not say that either.
You're a real nasty ass judge.
I
This
am
is-
indeed.
gonna
and
start
you're
sports
going to
betting,
find
bro?
out
Now-
how nasty I really
You'll
am.
find out how nasty I am when I
No.
murder your whole family, bitch.
Okay, that's
You
fine.
just don't know
You
enough about
you'll be in
baseball or
jail
what,
so
bro?
long you won't have
No,
a
I
chance.
could.
Babies will be going.
I just
"Daddy,
don't
Daddy,
like
help
spending
me."
money
I'm
that
just
I
gonna
earn, like
go-
hard-earned
I'm just-
money on
I'm just
sports
going to
betting.
knock their brains
like, or
out with
betting
a
in general.
hammer.
You know?
Okay, well, if I had
Yeah.
any kids, you'd
Like,
probably
there's
be
been
able to
many
do
times
that,
I've been
but since I don't
tempted
have
just to
any,
take my
it
whole
doesn't really
paycheck and
matter.
just
Get
go up
your
and start
nieces,
playing
your
some
nephews, your
blackjack,
This
sisters.
you know?
doesn't really matter. I don't have any
Yeah.
of those either.
Grandkids.
I don't have
It's
any
just
of
like,
those
fuck,
either.
dude.
Aunties.
That money is literally representation of hours of my life. You know what I mean?
Invest it.
Invest it? Yeah, I mean, I can't right now.
Ants.
How can I have grandkids if I don't
Why?
have any kids?
Oh, shit, I gotta pay
Brothers,
off.
sisters, stupid. You're
barely
just
making ends meet, in a sense.
completely have no idea of the
Pretty
English
much,
language.
sure,
You're
I
not
know.
gonna suck my sir. I don't.
Otherwise, I
don't wanna
wouldn't be
here.
working.
Okay,
You know?
I've enjoyed this. I hope you have. I know
Trust me.
everybody else in the courtroom
Otherwise,
has
I would
enjoyed it,
not
but
be
you can go
working.
now. And if
All right. Well,
on Monday week this happens again, you will not stay in the
Touche.
courtroom.
sir.
Okay.
I'm subpoenaing y'all's ass in the courtroom.
How much is your insurance for your career?
$260 a month.
It's not bad.
Fucking expensive. I know people that pay way less than that.
For my 2023 Equinox, I pay like 108.
108. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, bro. 108. That's cheap as fuck.
It's for full coverage.
Cheap as fuck.
But I have to because I don't own the car, though. You know what I mean?
That's cheap as fuck. 108. I just said I paid 260. So I'm over double yours.
Oh, 260? I thought you just said 60.
No, 260, bro. 260.
I thought you said 60, bro. Holy fuck.
260, bro.
They're treating you like a sports car, bro. What the fuck?
Yeah, it's a fucking little Honda Civic. $4.
Jesus Christ, mate.
Yep.
They're scamming your ass, bro. Holy
That was
fuck.
the cheapest insurance.
Your parents just let you go on their coverage or no?
No, I'm on my own, man. I got like $1 million deductible or like whatever the fuck it's called.
Just go drive that shit into a bridge then, bro. Holy fuck.
Bridge with me in it, maybe.
That's expensive, bro. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, dude. Thank God it only takes $40 fucking to fill my tank. Yo, Sean, you have a good
Okay.
night, man.
That'll get you around pretty good too for the week.
I mean, a tank of gas will last me 2 weeks, but every other week I go see my daughter, so I fill up on that Friday night before I go in and see her Saturday. And then it takes me half a tank to Go see her.
Is that over like 100, 200 miles?
Yeah, it's gotta be like what, kilometers, but like 200 plus kilometers. She's 2.5 hours away, so
Yeah.
it's like 260 kilometers.
Jeez.
She lives literally, Jay. She lives right on the water. Like I can see the United States. If
Could you
she
wave at me?
if yeah, I could. If she swims too far across the water when she's like out there swimming or whatever, she could get fucking arrested for trying to go to America.
Border jump.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. Isn't it like freezing water too, or not really?
In the winter, yeah, but like we're in the middle of the summer.
Fair. Fair. Are there sharks there or not?
No, there's sharks only in salt water.
See, I'm just a dumb Idahoan, bro.
Just a dumb Idahoan. You just taught me a word I didn't know Idahoan was a word, so. Airport hack, vaping in the bathroom.
Bathroom. Vape. Toilet paper.
Come on, y'all. Check it out. I could have cheated and I could have passed, but I got high.
That definitely did not work. I would just ghost it.
Airport hack.
What an idiot. I would have just ghosted it. That guy's dumb. Ghost hit. Yeah, just sit there and hold it until the smoke's gone. I'm gonna bounce, Jayski. I'm gonna watch a
Yeah,
couple.
bro. Thanks for chit chat.
Yeah, I appreciate you. Stay out of trouble.
Have a good night, brother.
Peace.
Peace.
I'll watch a couple videos.
Dodgers Padres Part 2. I did Part 1 earlier. This is Game 4 of the 4-game set. There was a
Yeah,
lot
you
of
too,
drama.
Sean. You stay
Catch
safe.
up on it from the previous video. This one is brought to you by SeatGeek. It's a 5-0 game in the 9th inning. 2 outs remain in the top of the 9th. Tatis is up. That's a ball. No, that's a strike. Hey, how about it?
Usually all I drink
That's a
is water.
strike. Keep the game moving.
Unless I'm-
Next one, same
unless I'm
spot,
eating
different
pussy.
pitch. Ball, the 1-1 pitch, tries to go up top, hits him in the hands. Fastball up and in, just a little too up. Hits him
I'm
on
drinking
one
the nectar of the
forearm and
gods.
then the other. He got both arms. The bat goes flying, the helmet's off, spin-a-rama, sends him to the ground. Now look, it clips the left forearm and then hits the right one. Yikes. That doesn't seem fun at all. He spins, he's down, the crowd's mouths are wide open. Oh, stand up. Oh. Schilt doesn't like it at all. He's fired up. He doesn't like it at all. God damn it. God damn it. This is fucking horse shit. Fuck. God damn it. The fuck is going on right here? Chomping his gum. The fuck? Doesn't even really check on Tatis. You see that? You see that? You see this? He walks up. He doesn't even really check on Tatis. He's just staring and yelling into the Dodgers dugout where Dave Roberts is, who takes great offense to that and says, "Who the fuck are you looking at? Huh? Who are you looking at?" And Schilt responds to him and says, "That's you. That's fucking you." And then starts walking towards him. Roberts comes flying out. Umpire's trying to get in the middle. Schilt's like, he keeps hitting my guy. Roberts comes way up to him, and he's going to say, "You think I fucking want to hit him?" And there was a shove in the middle. That shove heard around the world. Watch this. The elbow comes into the chest and then extends. Elbow into the chest and then extends. Into the chest and then extends. Oh, glory be. Oh, I just want this to end, Schilt says. Something like that. I just want it to end. And backup catcher, Dalton Rushing, he's securing the perimeter. See that arm out? No, can't get by. No. Oh, damn. Everyone's getting by. Oh, no. Wade got by. Cronenworth, come on. Don't go. No, go. Okay. Hey, please. I'm trying to stop people. Can you please stop? You think I want to hit him? Now they migrate towards the netting. And luckily, no one gets like stampeded here. Everyone just kind of disperses. There's a big crowd between them. They try to find each other. They're trying to get eye line. You know, they can't. Where'd you go? Where'd you go? And they're just walking this way, zigzagging, just trying to find a direct shot to talk to each other. Up against the netting, some people had their phones out and snagged some video for us. And we can now watch that video. Let's rewind to the start of the video, and we have the audio to go with it.
Let's talk later. Okay, no, we're good. We'll talk later. We'll talk later. Okay. It's definitely not intentional. Why not do it again? Okay, no. We're good. No. That's good. After the game, PB. Okay, perfect. No, meet me after the game. Meet me. Okay. Keep them away from us. Let's go, David. When you know. Sit down. Okay.
So we got some awesome insight. Thank you for providing that video. And Dave Roberts just saying, hey, no. Sorry, I came out hot, but I just want to talk. We'll talk after the game. And you couldn't hear Shilty. I did put the captions on the other side, but you can see him here after Dave saying we'll talk later. He says, on the right, he says, what? And then Roberts says, we'll talk later. And Schilt says, we'll talk. And then, we'll fucking talk. And Dave's like, okay, yeah, we will. We'll talk after the game. So everyone kind of goes their own way. Roberts tells the Padres, like, back to your bench, right? And then he turns and he looks, and I don't know who he's looking at when he says this, but he says, I'm going to beat your ass. And I thought maybe that was a joke, because it's not Schilt. Schilt's already out of the picture. There's no other angle here, but I'm going to beat your ass. That's what he says. And I thought it might be joking, but he says, I'm beating your ass. Yeah. And then kind of turns. I thought maybe he'd crack a smile and it was like, a jovial thing, but no. He's kind of getting pulled back soon. Teoscar Hernandez, he's doing jovial stuff with Schilt. They're, arm in arm. What's their connection? I try to think about it. Like, usually it's like a former manager-player relationship, but I don't know where these two have form this relationship, but it's nice. They're just joking around, talking. I think Schilt's like joking with them. And then he's like, yeah, we're all good. And Schilt's like, yeah, well.
He's like, I'm going to hit you next.
Run Homer, and maybe. And that makes Teoscar laugh and smile a whole bunch. And then the umpire, they get together, and eventually they say that warnings given to both teams and both managers have been ejected from this game. Because that wasn't cool what they did. We didn't think it was right, so we ejected both of them. So Schilty's got to leave. See you later. He blesses his bench coach. Roberts is gone, and the game continues. And now, 1 out away from the game ending, Ohtani's up. They hit him previously in part 1. First pitch, ball low. Second pitch, ball outside. Third pitch, ball outside. 3-0. Probably just going to walk me. Probably just going to, oh my goodness, 100 miles per hour up. That not cool. Shohei says, stay. We don't need any more drama. No, just stay, guys. Just stay. I'm fine. We don't need any more drama. Fine. I'm gonna bite my arm guard here. Now, Kershaw was ready to jump. Throw him out of the game, says Glass now. Throw him out. But they listen to Shohei. They get back. They stay in the dugout. He says, stay. I don't care. Didn't even feel it. Hit my numb spot on my arm. Umpires get together and they're like, well, duh, we have to eject them, right? And they're like, yeah, you're gone. Out. And Maldonado tries to act like he shouldn't be ejected here. The catcher comes up and he's like, come on, what are you talking about? And it's like, dude, 3-0 pitch. You threw it at his head. It's not cool. Ohtani, he's just chilling. He's like, oh, he got ejected. Look at how scary this is right off the rip. Coming right at his face. You can see him go, oh. Now, it doesn't continue to go up. It stays lower, but whatever. It still hurts. 100 mile per hour baseball to the body. That stinks. Ohtani doesn't care. He's happy. Jovial guy walking over the dugout, saying hi to the other team, chilling, relaxing.
Oh my God, look at they're getting the cameras up. Go.
He's trying to diffuse the whole thing. I don't think it's been diffused. They've got 6 more games remaining against each other. I'd suggest if you're in the area, you go. It's just amazing theater. And if you're buying tickets, you can.
The photo you were looking at is of 22-year-old Katie Blauvelt. Tragically, about 3 months after this picture was taken, Katie was murdered. her body stuffed into a concrete box. Following her discovery, Simpsonville authorities launched an investigation that spanned over 6 years. During that time, there were 3 names on the suspect list. The first name is John Blauvelt, Katie's 28-year-old husband. When confronted about Katie's murder, John unwaveringly denied any involvement in her death.
I'm just going to ask you point blank. Did you kill Katie?
No.
Okay. Do you know who killed her?
No.
Is there any physical evidence that we're either going to find in that abandoned house, on Katie's body, or on any of her clothing, or in her car that is going to link you to her death?
I don't believe so, no. Definitely not.
The second name on the list is Hannah Thompson, a teenage runaway and Katie's ex-best friend. The detectives are about to show her pictures of Katie's dead body.
Look at her, Hannah. She's right here.
I don't want to look at her.
That's your friend.
I don't want to do this anymore.
Don't want to do what? Don't want to help us find out who killed her?
Tell us exactly what happened to Katie. I really don't know. I don't know anything about her murder.
You do.
I don't.
You do.
Can I please leave? Can I please leave?
Hannah, this is a friend of yours that
I
we're trying
know,
to do.
and I want to help, but I can't.
The third name is Ben Klein, a 33-year-old handyman from Medford, Oregon. You are about to hear the voice of Ben Klein's girlfriend, coping with the reality that Ben is a suspect in a murder investigation.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
I can't believe any of this. This is like a nightmare. I'm sorry. We've been together for like 6 years.
Now that you've been introduced to the main characters in this story, you may be wondering, who exactly killed Katie? Before we answer that question, we are going to start at the very beginning. On October 26, 2016, just after midnight, a call rang in to the Simpsonville Police Department in South Carolina from a man named Wayne Roper.
911, what's the location of your emergency?
We found my friend Katie dead in...
Okay, okay. Are you saying she's dead in the house?
Yes, ma'am.
Is she cold?
She's very pale, and there was no response.
Wayne went on to explain that he and his friend Ricky had found Katie's body inside of an abandoned house in the woods, just off of Southeast Main Street. Officers were immediately dispatched to the scene. When they arrived, Ricky and Wayne escorted the officers to the basement and led them to a concrete box. Inside, the officers found Katie's mangled body surrounded by trash. The blade of a knife was still lodged in her neck. They also noticed a trail of blood coming out of the box and continuing up through the basement window, indicating that she was likely killed outside on the house's gravel driveway and then dragged into the basement, her face scraping against the ground the entire way. Detectives Cheryl Schofield and Keith Moorcraft were assigned to the case, and while the forensics unit processed the scene, they reached out to Katie's family to inform them of her death. One of those people was suspect number 1, Katie's army-clad husband, John Blauvelt. They asked him to come down to the police station where they shared the tragic news.
I'm so sorry if you lost that.
John grieved the death of his wife, sniffling in front of the detectives. But just moments later, it appeared that he had gotten over it. His expression was completely neutral as the conversation continued. He even cracked a few jokes, smiling and laughing with the detectives. Under these dreadful circumstances, the detectives found John's progression from grief to indifference to joy extremely unusual. Not only that, but John hardly asked any questions. He basically just accepted the news and seemed to have no interest in the details of Katie's death. The detectives decided to show him a picture of the abandoned building and ask if he had ever been there. He said that he and Katie used to hang out there, but their last visit was months ago. Suddenly, John had a burning question.
Am I being charged with a crime? Because he's recording me, and I'm not comfortable with that. You're not being charged, okay, with a crime right now.
John's behavior was suspicious to the detectives, but suspicion alone wasn't enough to charge him. They needed more evidence. John was allowed to leave, and the detectives immediately began digging deeper into the relationship between him and Katie. They learned that about a year earlier, in November of 2015, John and Katie tied the knot at the Greenville Probate Courthouse. Katie then moved into John's house in the city of Fountain Inn, just outside of Simpsonville. She clearly wanted to raise a family after getting married, but it quickly became clear that John had other priorities. In early 2016, he started hosting wild parties and even invited random teenagers that he met at work. He also allowed 2 of them to stay at his house indefinitely, 16-year-old Allie Somerville and aforementioned 17-year-old Hannah Thompson. By February, Katie had had enough and left to stay with her mom. As soon as she moved out, Hannah quickly took Katie's place. But shortly after this disturbing switcheroo, Hannah's father contacted the Fountain Inn police to report that he hadn't seen his daughter in over 2 weeks. As a result, several officers went to John's house to confront him and speak with Hannah. John immediately locked the doors and told Allie and Hannah to stay inside and stay quiet. The police drew their weapons and ordered John to open the door. After a 4-hour standoff, John finally surrendered. He was arrested and charged with contributing to the delinquency of a minor. Although these charges were ultimately dropped, and Hannah was allowed to return to John's house as she pleased, Katie had also informed the officers about another incident where John had pulled a gun on her. John would say that this never happened and that Katie was lying to get him in trouble. But it was his word against hers, and John was charged with first-degree domestic violence. A restraining order was put in place, preventing John from seeing or contacting Katie, and the military took disciplinary action by significantly cutting his pay. They also launched an internal investigation to decide whether or not he would be discharged from the army. While this investigation was ongoing, John was suspended from his role as a recruiter and reassigned to an office job downtown. With all of this new information, the detectives had a few more questions, so they returned to John's Fountain Inn home and escorted both John and Hannah down to the station. They interviewed John first, going over his tumultuous relationship with Katie in more detail. While talking about his domestic violence charge and the restraining order that came with it, John told the detectives that he had violated the restraining order the first chance that he got.
I called her the night, I know I wasn't supposed to, don't care. Called her the night I got out of jail. And she sat there and cried on the phone. And she was like, I didn't know that you were going to go to jail. And I told her, it's okay. You know, I forgive you. I'm a very forgiving guy. I don't give a shit. I can get over this. You know, I know who she was. She had the shortest fuse on the phone. It wasn't even a fuse. It was one of those things you just pull it. It just explodes. That was her personality. That's the personality. That's the person I knew. And I told her it's okay. That's fine. I'll take you back. I don't care. Let's just move on.
Katie moved back in with John at the end of April 2016. But about a month into this arrangement, the Fountain Inn Police Department started knocking on John's door looking for her.
So I told her, I was like, you gotta go. Like, we can talk. And we'll keep that on the low, but you gotta go now because they were coming to the house.
Before Katie left, John told her that he wanted things to go back to normal once his court cases were settled. But the longer they were separated, the further they drifted apart. And by June, all communication between the two had come to a halt. He claimed that was the end of any direct contact or communication with Katie. The detectives asked how he's been dealing with Katie's death. Since Katie's family believed he had killed her, he wasn't getting much support during this painful time. In fact, he claimed that he was being harassed due to the things Katie's family was saying about him on Facebook.
When and what? We should play some in Borderlands too.
People walked to my house the other night. Or standing out front of my house.
Do you recognize them or not?
No, they were from Facebook. And that's the shit that's got me pissed off. Because I can't sleep at night because I think something's going to happen to my house. I got to barricade my front door because now you're telling people to come by my house, and her mom's been telling people to come by my house. They're trying to spin this story against me, and it's got me terrified. It's got me scared as shit.
Despite John's animosity towards Katie's family, it didn't stop him from dropping by Katie's funeral service when the family wasn't there to pay his respects.
Her family wants to be crazy about this shit, so I'm there by myself. I'm dealing with it by myself. Dirtbag ass family.
Well, you gotta understand right now, they're going through a lot too.
I'm trying to understand, but I'm going through the same shit. I lost a friend. Maybe not the best wife, but I lost a friend. She would always be my friend.
The detectives had no interest in feeding into John's pity party, so they jumped into a different line of questioning. They asked John about his timeline of events the day Katie vanished. He said that he left work between 2 and
Wednesday
3
would probably be better, honestly.
I got home and
Wednesday at like 11 o'clock would be good.
So that day I went out, ran trails, and I went and sat by with this little spot and like watched fish fucking swim.
And what did Hannah do while you were running with Marley?
Whatever she does, watch TV, play video games.
John told the detectives that after his trail run with his dog Marley, he and Hannah went to a Zaxby's restaurant before meeting up with John's friend who owed him money. But in an interview with one of John's neighbors, they said that they saw him before he left that night throwing several garbage bags into the back of his vehicle. The detectives wondered what John could have been throwing out and why he left this detail out of his timeline. So they asked him directly.
That night, somebody says you and Hannah were putting some trash from a bag, like a trash bag in the back of the Prius.
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember doing that?
Oh yeah.
What was that about?
Marley had like the most explosive shit on the floor and stunk up the whole house. I had to throw out like 4 towels. It was disgusting. And then Crystal left it for me to clean up. So, because it was like watery, nasty, I had to get like 3 or 4 towels to clean it up, plus the Swiffer, plus like dump bleach on the floor. So, yeah, it was pretty nasty.
Okay. So why'd you put it in the car?
To take it.
Oh, okay, okay.
So, yeah, our trash is always filled up.
The detectives had a feeling that this dog poop story was just a cover-up for what the garbage bags were really filled with. Items used to clean up Katie's blood. The detectives also had no problem asking about John's suspicious behavior to his face. They asked him why he never inquired about any details surrounding Katie's death in the last interview.
Yeah, I've explained this to a few people because like 20 people asked me that day what happened. I feel like there's nothing that could bring me.
So you didn't really want to know?
Yeah, there's nothing that information would bring me in the moment. Like I said, I've experienced.
I'm gonna rip a toke real quick. I'll be right back, sweet. But yeah, let's play some fucking Borderlands if you want, bro. Or I mean Borderlands, or I got Left 4 Dead 2 still downloaded. But I say we play some Borderlands. I'd be down for Borderlands. That game was pretty fun, honestly. I wouldn't want to play solo, but playing with other people is way more enjoyable.
Death.
In the military game?
Yeah, and that's never really done shit for me. No.
Is there any information or any questions I haven't asked you that any information you have that might help us?
I don't know what her family's told you. Hopefully Cheyenne's been, upfront with you, but she's been dating around a lot.
Okay.
Yeah.
As someone who claimed to have had no contact with Katie for 4 months, he seemed to know an awful lot about her dating life. As the interview progressed, it became more and more obvious to John that he was a suspect.
Is there any physical evidence that we're either going to find in that abandoned house, on Katie's body, or on any of her clothing, or in her car, that is going to link you to her death?
I don't believe so, no. Definitely not.
Eventually, they stopped beating around the bush and asked John the big question.
I'm just going to ask you point blank. Did you kill Katie?
No.
Okay. Do you know who killed her?
No.
Would you be willing to take polygraph so we can go ahead and do that with you and eliminate you and start looking elsewhere?
I have to talk to my lawyer about that first.
Okay.
See what he says, because I don't know about that at all.
Although they weren't able to do a polygraph test with John, he agreed to have his DNA collected. He also handed over his phone, which John said he had with him on the night of Katie's death. They then took some photos of John's tattoos, and he was allowed to leave. It was now Hannah's turn to be interviewed. They had a feeling that she was more likely to crack under pressure, so they took a more aggressive approach during her questioning, wasting no time to
Looks
ask
like
if
she has
knew
Down
anything
syndrome.
about Katie's death. But Hannah claimed that she had no idea what happened to her.
I'm not even saying that to be mean or anything.
Okay.
Just making an observation.
You do not want to get wrapped up in catching a murder charge.
Right.
You're 17 years old. You have your entire life ahead of you.
Mm-hmm.
You may love John, and you may think you two are going to get married and walk down the yellow brick road. Okay? But no man and no woman is worth going to prison for.
Mm-hmm.
Do you agree?
Yes, sir. If you know something and you're trying to cover up for it, you're going to go down with the person who did this to her. For knowing anything, whether it was beforehand or after the fact, you're going to go down with them.
No matter what they said, they were struggling to make any breakthroughs with Hannah, so they decided to show her photos of Katie's autopsy. If Hannah was involved in Katie's death, the detectives hoped that she would feel guilty looking at these photos and decide to confess.
Look at her, Hannah. She's right
I
here.
don't want to look at her.
That's your friend.
I don't want to do this anymore.
Don't want to do what? Don't want to help us find out who killed her?
The autopsy photos clearly affected Hannah. It's possible that she didn't want to continue because the guilt was beginning to weigh on her, and she was scared that she might confess. But the detectives weren't done with her just yet. They took advantage of her vulnerability and continued to apply pressure.
Tell us exactly what happened to Katie. I really don't know. I don't know anything about her murder.
You do.
I don't.
You do.
Can I please leave? Can I please leave? Hannah, this is a friend of yours that
I
we're trying
know,
to do.
and I want to help, but I
Well,
can't.
listen.
It seemed that Hannah was pushed too hard, and the detectives had no choice but to let her leave. They went back to the drawing board and continued to compile evidence. While looking through John's phone, investigators hit the jackpot. They discovered shocking Google searches, including how to sharpen a knife, when can police tap your phone, and what do I do when my wife dies. They also found damning text messages between him and Hannah. Around the time of Katie's death, Hannah texted John saying, "You said that I can't let people treat me like shit anymore, and that's what you do when you talk to her." John responded with, "I know, she's gone." Right before Katie's death, John texted, "I'm going through with that thing." And at 5:04 p.m., right after Katie was believed to have been killed, John texted Hannah to look at a picture he sent her. Unfortunately, the detectives were unable to recover the file. The detectives wanted to confront John with this evidence, but it turned out that getting a follow-up interview would be more difficult than they anticipated. After failing to contact him, they quickly learned that both John and Hannah were MIA, along with John's red GMC Yukon. Although Hannah was also a person of interest, the investigators were still concerned that she was alone with John and potentially in danger. On November 18, 2016, John was officially charged with Katie's murder and possession of a murder weapon during a violent crime. A multi-state manhunt promptly ensued.
They are on the trail of an Army recruiter who's accused of killing his wife and running off with his teenage girlfriend.
Her body was found late last month in an abandoned house, and police continue to search for answers in her death.
Authorities say Blofeld is possibly in a 2000 GMC Yukon. He worked as an Army recruiter and is now considered AWOL.
Law enforcement scrambled to locate John and Hannah as quickly as possible. As a former soldier, John was trained in evasion, so authorities knew that this would be a difficult search. Not only that, but John's extensive combat training made him potentially dangerous if cornered. So Simpsonville police decided to contact the U.S. Marshals to help with the manhunt. They started off strong by tracking down footage of John withdrawing cash from an ATM, as well as security footage of John and Hannah shopping together. These locations were in Texas and New Mexico, so it was clear that they were fleeing west. Several license plate readers caught John's vehicle as he navigated the interstate highways. But every time the authorities tried to intercept them, they were too late. On December 12, 2016, the investigators got their first breakthrough when Hannah herself reached out to them from her family's home in Eugene, Oregon. Hannah expressed that she was tired of being on the run and was desperate to come back to Simpsonville. Travel arrangements were made, and Hannah was brought to the Simpsonville Police Department for a second interview.
We are very glad that you're back and that you're safe and that nothing bad happened to you.
Hannah told Detective Schofield that she had romanticized the idea of being on the run and living off the land. But this fantasy was quickly tarnished when John crashed his Yukon in the mountains of the Pacific Northwest. The two had no choice but to get back to civilization by foot.
You said that we would hike. We had to hike, like walk off the mountain basically.
Hannah said that this wasn't even the worst of it. Apparently, the ATM money only got the two so far, and they were forced to beg for change in order to buy food. The detective asked Hannah if John ever mentioned anything about Katie's death, and she immediately began crying. John shared every detail with her.
He told me that the knife broke. I can't believe that he would just tell me like that. What else did he tell you about it? I know it's hard. He told me that the last thing she said was that if he let her go, that she wouldn't call the police. Where were they, him? They in your house.
The reality of being stuck on the road with a killer finally began to set in for Hannah. When she didn't express gratitude for John's heinous actions, he immediately became offended and angry.
And he was just crying and screaming, and like he was like saying that he did all that stuff for me, like did all that stuff, like kill Katie, like he was like, I did that for you, and like all that kind of stuff, like trying to make me feel like it was my fault.
Hannah admitted that she wasn't completely innocent either. She said that she dropped off John at Katie's PetSmart the day of her murder without realizing what he planned to do. Later that day, when John told Hannah that he had Katie's car, she didn't ask questions and helped him abandon it in a random parking lot. The detective asked Hannah why she withheld this information during her first interview.
He told me that if I lied to the police, that he would keep me safe.
At this point, the detectives could have easily charged Hannah for lying to the police and for her involvement in covering up Katie's death. However, John was still on the run, and Hannah was a crucial component in locating him.
We're still hunting for John. Okay.
Has John contacted you by Facebook at all since you separated? Or has contacted you by any means at all?
Please don't keep the secret from us. Okay?
Although Hannah seemed receptive to what the detectives were asking of her, something she said earlier in the interview made it unclear which side she was on. Hopeful that Hannah would make the right decision, the interview was concluded and she was free to go. Over the next 6 years, the hunt for John saw zero progress. Hannah was interviewed several times during this period, but she had no new information to give. That wasn't until 2022 when Hannah suddenly had a change of heart. During a routine interview, she explained that she was just a kid when all of this started, but now that she was older, she was ready to fully cooperate. She then made this bombshell statement.
We have been talking the whole time.
She told the detectives that back in 2016, when John ran from the authorities, he had actually moved to Oregon. After the move, Hannah and John kept in touch through several messaging apps.
At the very beginning, we were communicating on Facebook Messenger, and then after that, we were talking on Snapchat. Like at first, we were talking every single day, multiple times, like for hours a day. Did anybody know you were still talking to him?
After learning this new information, the Simpsonville Police Department reached out to the U.S. Marshals in Oregon to help find John. They quickly narrowed down their search to an address in Medford. However, there were only 2 people living there, 33-year-old Ben Klein and his 20-something-year-old girlfriend. If you've been paying attention, Ben was the 3rd name on the suspect list that we presented at the beginning of this video. On July 20th, 2022, a fugitive task force was sent to the address to see if John was also staying there. They staked out the property for approximately 18 hours before a man with a ponytail and a beard exited the house. They got out of their undercover vehicle and started walking towards him. As they got closer, they noticed a tattoo on his right forearm. It was immediately obvious that this was the same exact tattoo that was photographed during John's second interview. Law enforcement yelled at him to get down on the ground. He followed their orders, but told them that they had the wrong guy. He adamantly insisted that his name was Ben Klein. But to Ben's surprise, the U.S. Marshals whipped out a mobile fingerprint scanner and were able to quickly confirm that he was, in fact, John Blauvelt. He was taken to the back of a cruiser and transported to the Jackson County Jail while extradition to South Carolina was pending. Later that day, John's girlfriend came home from work and asked the marshal at the scene what was going on. She was clueless about John's dark past. Remember that clip we showed you earlier? The fact that John had lied to her for their entire relationship was earth-shattering.
So he's being arrested on charges out of South Carolina for murder.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
I can't believe any of this. This is like a nightmare. I'm sorry. We've been
together for like 6 years. He would do random odd jobs. He was basically here watching my cats and my dog all the time.
The Ernest Ben Klein she once knew and loved was no more. Now 33 years old, John was taken to a South Carolina jail and charged
crazy.
with murder and possession of a weapon during a violent crime. 3 months later, in October of 2022, Hannah was charged with 5 felonies. 2
Good.
counts of concealment of a felony, 2 counts of obstruction of justice, and 1 count of accessory after the fact. Both of
Good.
them were denied bond, so they remained
Fuck that
behind
bitch. I hope
bars
she goes to
awaiting
jail.
their trials. When the news broke about John's arrest, Katie's family spoke to the media.
Even though he's caught, it's still hard to talk about. Because losing your child, I mean, losing a member of the family is hard, but losing your child is just unbearable. When he just disappeared off the face of the map, and you know, months turned into years, and now 5.5 years, you do lose hope, and you just got to find something to hold on to. But then getting that call yesterday, I'm still shaking. It was just the most amazing phone call I could have ever gotten. It won't bring Katie back. It won't bring my daughter back. But knowing her murderer is finally caught, the only day it's going to be better when they find him guilty. That will be the best day.
John's trial began in September of 2024. The prosecution suggested that John resented Katie for leaving him and telling the police about his violent threats. He had a dream of killing her for months until he finally decided to make that dream a reality. They provided plenty of evidence with this claim, including a journal that the U.S. Marshals found after arresting John. And at the bottom of one of these pages, in large all-caps font, he wrote, "I did it." However, the defense claimed that this journal was filled with poetry and fantasies, but that's all they were. They said that in reality, John had nothing to do with Katie's murder, but law enforcement had tunnel vision on him from the start. The only reason John fled the state was because he realized that he was the prime suspect and was scared of being wrongfully convicted. They mentioned that there were several other people who should have been investigated, such as the ones who discovered her body, Ricky Hargrove and Wayne Roper, or the several men that Katie had dated around that time. The prosecution's star witness was Hannah Thompson, who said that back when this crime had occurred in 2016, she would have done anything for John.
You love John Blava, don't you?
Yes.
You helped him hide Katie's car after he killed her, didn't you?
Yes.
You didn't know he killed her that time,
No.
but you did help him.
Yes.
She told the court that John used to have her spy on Katie to see who she was dating. During her testimony, the prosecution showed low-quality surveillance footage from Joe's Auto in Greenville, South Carolina. Hannah claimed that in the distance, John can be seen abandoning Katie's vehicle and getting into his own. Hannah was the getaway driver.
That was you on that vehicle.
Yes.
In those cars.
And the Prius, yes.
She told the court that once they fled the state, John began sharing every detail of the murder with her.
He had told me that he killed her. He told me that he stabbed her in the neck. He said that he threw her phone into water that was on the ground in the abandoned house. And he said that he had to cover up her blood with dirt.
During cross-examination, the defense suggested that Hannah's word shouldn't be trusted because of her inconsistencies over the years.
You've lied to your friends and your family.
Yes.
And you kept lying.
Yes.
In total, the prosecution called 17 witnesses to the stand, including John's former roommate, Allie Somerville. Apparently, John once told her that he was born to kill both good and bad people. He also convinced Allie and her friends that Katie was trying to stop them from hanging out with each other. At one point, John had a to-do list on the fridge. At the top of the list, it said, "Get rid of Katie." Allie also claimed that John had approached her one day asking her if she wanted to go to Charleston for the weekend.
Did there come a point during this time period when he mentioned something to you about Charleston?
Yes, sir.
Tell these folks what you mentioned about Charleston, please.
So John asked me if I wanted to go to Charleston one day, like for a weekend. And I was like, yeah, I love Charleston. Why do you want me to go to Charleston? Like, it's like a weird question to ask. And he said, well, I want you to take my car and my credit card and my phone and go to Charleston, spend as much money as you want, and then come back, in a couple days. And I said, why? he said, because I'm going to kill Katie.
In exchange for helping him with his alibi, he told Allie that he would give her half of Katie's $100,000 life insurance payout, a bribe that was offered to several other witnesses as well. To end off the trial, each side gave their closing arguments.
On October the 24th of 2016, John Blauvelt plunged a knife 6 inches into the body of his wife, Katie Blauvelt. He went on the run with a 17-year-old girlfriend, and he stayed gone, living as a guy named Ben for 2,086 days. John Blauvelt did not hesitate when he plunged that knife into Katie Blauvelt's neck. And you should not hesitate in finding him guilty. But you don't have to take Hannah Thompson's word for it. You don't have to take Allie Somerville's word for it. You don't have to take Investigator Moorcraft, Investigator Schofield, or even my word for it, because you can take his words for it. An entry with the capitalized letters at the end. I did it.
I understand why the Simpsonville Police Department went with their first thought. It's a small municipality police department. They only have 3 investigators, and they're dealing with a crime of this magnitude. There's information coming in from all over the place, and if you can go ahead and decide what the answer is, all of the other information that doesn't fit that is a distraction, and you can't ignore it. And for them, the answer was John did it. And that's exactly how you get tunnel vision. It's also putting Hannah Thompson up on the witness stand. She told her 11th different version of events during this trial. But that's okay. You can forget the lies. Just ignore the lies and believe the parts that implicate John. Reasonable doubt is going to be anything that you've heard in this trial that causes you to hesitate to go into that tunnel with them. If law enforcement had kept an open mind and done an investigation that looks at all of the evidence and then follows it through to its natural conclusions and actually track down that evidence and talk to witnesses and follow the evidence where it goes, we wouldn't be here. We're here because of tunnel vision. Do not follow them into that tunnel. Find John not guilty. Thank you.
On September 20th, 2024, after a 4-day trial and 5 hours of deliberations, the jury had reached their verdict.
As to the charge of murder, we, the jury, unanimously find the defendant, John T. Blauvelt, guilty.
John's sentencing took place that same day, and Katie's family was given the opportunity to read their victim impact statements.
The middle of my heart is gone. My middle child, Katie, was ripped away. My heart will never heal. Instead of bleeding blood, my heart will forever bleed tears. I will always cry for Katie. John murdered my future. My future of watching happiness with Katie grows to be a wonderful person and having a future family. It's gone. Allie said John put trash in that box. John put Katie in that box. Katie was not trash. Katie was a gift from God.
Her loss in our lives is profound and permanent. John Blauvelt was a coward. He evaded responsibility. He showed no remorse. He mocked the law. He continued to blame Katie. We ask that you send a message that domestic violence and murder will not be tolerated in South Carolina. I ask that you send a profound and permanent message by sentencing John Tufton Blauvelt to life in prison. Thank you.
The judge responded to Katie's family, saying that he hoped this sentence would bring them some closure. He also condemned John for his actions before handing down his sentence.
I hope that while you are incarcerated, that you will reflect on the choices that you have made and the impact that has occurred on everyone in that's been involved in this case. The law in its wisdom provides consequences. And the consequences in this case for the charge of murder are that you spend the rest of your life incarcerated with the South Carolina Department of Corrections without
the rest of his life.
Parole.
John is currently appealing his conviction. He is serving his sentence at the McCormick Correctional Institution in South Carolina As for Hannah Thompson, her trial is pending, so she is currently behind bars in a South Carolina jail.
That dumb bitch deserves it. Hey. 45.
Did the Rockets make the right move trading for Kevin Durant?
The right move? Yeah, I mean, when you're talking about upgrading, if we're talking about Jalen Green versus Kevin Durant, then yeah, you upgrade it. But it all depends on what is your lineup, right? You still need a shooting guard. I mean, if you have Amen at the shooting guard, it kind of, right? You got Jabari. You still got the young big pieces where you can play at the 3, 4, 5, however you want to do that. You were safe with that. You still got them young boys coming off the bench that can put the ball in the basket with Shepard and
Cam Whitmore.
Terry right? So you got something that my thing was with the PG, like you're a small guard. If I'm expecting you and Kevin to be the pushers over the top, I think you need one more piece.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah, I'm not rolling really.
What kind of piece?
One, I gotta identify what is A-Man to me, right? Like what is he? I know he is that freak of nature. Looks like he can do a little bit of everything. Do I treat him like Scottie Pippen? Put him at the point, right? I'll take the point out of him if somebody's pressuring. If we're playing against Indiana, something like that. But if you're just sitting back there, put him at the point. He can use go downhill. He's big.
Draymond Green role.
Yeah. So he'd be like my point forward, where then now the Shays and all these big guards, we don't have to worry about doubling or anything because they gonna pick on Fred. Then from there, I need a experienced shooting guard.
Okay. So you talked about this.
Give me some more veterans that I can rely on.
This Rockets roster, a lot of good young, emerging, developing talent. Also, obviously, Steven Adams re-signed with the team. So they've got a good core. Şengün, an all-star. Amen Thompson, first-team all-defense. But they also have 5 tradable first-round picks.
Yeah, I mean, as I said, it's still...
If you want to now make some more moves and really strengthen...
If they was 4 pieces away last year, they probably won. They're 1 piece away. They're 1 good piece away for you. Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
I like this.
You got all the pieces there. It's just trying to figure out.
And you still a piece away. Yeah. I like this trade for KD.
The one is
he gave up too much.
His help.
You think they gave up too much?
They gave up way too much.
They didn't give up nothing.
Nah, they gave up Dylan Brooks and they gave up. You didn't have to give up Dylan Brooks. I think Dylan Brooks is like the Stones.
I don't need Dylan Brooks because I got Amen. Amen can do it.
Yeah, that's what made him.
Amen was taking over.
That's what made him trade him.
Because Amen turned into Brooks.
He made him expendable. He made them.
Start all of them.
No, but what I'm saying is Amen was doing what Brooks used to do.
You could have traded the 10 pick, Jalen Green, and all them picks.
But I don't
kept Brooks.
But
obviously they couldn't have.
What ended up happening is, think about it. Brooks can't shoot like that. But Amen can't shoot like that. So me having them both on the court kind of hurt us shooting.
His energy, you need more than just shooting. Like everywhere he went, he won.
Yeah, but I have a young guy that turned into him, but better.
Yeah.
So I can. Hey, thank you, appreciate it. I didn't know he was going to be that, but hey, we're gonna go ahead and move you.
Have you seen?
And he's cheaper right now.
Have you seen Amen play like that?
Amen. Yeah. But that's what I'm saying. He
like that.
He on rookie deal.
Remember, he's first, like Dylan Brooks was
like that.
He on rookie deal.
Like that.
But I'm saying is Brooks was there for the defense to stop him. What's the name? Who was first team All NBA?
Amen Thompson, first team all defense.
Amen. He was first team, so he's an upgrade.
And
Amen KD is gonna take you to the championship.
No, Amen, Amen, KD, and Sangoon is my 3 centerpieces, which 2 of them is still immature in their game. That's why I said I need someone at that 2, and our 4. Well, we're gonna play KD at the 4.
I think you go back to his natural position.
Play the 3.
Yeah, 3. You go back to his natural position.
Well, I'll put in what was it? Easton or Jabari?
Unless you're gonna play Jabari Smith at the. You can play Jabari Smith at the 4.
Yeah, KD at the 3, and then
KD
whoever.
at the 3, and then you. Or you can go Thompson at the. I'm saying put.
But we talked all postseason during the Rockets playoff against the Warriors. They didn't have a go-to guy. Jalen Green, I think, had 12 points or less in 6 of the 7 games. Did have that 138-point game.
I'm gonna just be honest with you. I'm gonna go with Easton a little bit more. What? Yeah, because you know, Jabari Smith, he got that brown blood in him.
But he shoot that.
I know, but he got that brown. He's cousins with Kwame Brown. You can't trust that brown blood.
He shoot that shit though.
I mean, I hope the Smith blood is a little bit better because that brown blood. That's a failure.
Well, he shoot that.
Nobody said anything about anything.
No, I'm just saying. I'm thinking about the lineage. The lineage.
I'm saying
23 and me.
Yeah, Jabari spaced the floor.
I know, but I'm just hoping it's like one of those play cousins, not real cousins. You know what I mean? Like we both grew up together type of cousins.
He said play cousins.
Like real, like we got blood in the family.
I know them play cousins. Hey, man, we grew up together.
So play cousin, no real actual blood.
But I like the bone. I like the bone.
Where y'all see?
I like the
trying to make some room for Reed Shepard. They're trying to make some
That's what I said. I like the bones.
They're trying to make some room for him because he can't shoot and score that motherfucker.
But it's just like that. Like if you're KD, it's like this team is good, but. Are they developed? Are they developed enough?
That's what I'm saying.
Look at that. They were second seed with what they had, right? Defending second seed with what they had.
A good regular season.
A good regular, but I'm saying, but he helps.
Now I make
like defensively, it cleans up a lot of stuff. Like he's gonna help a lot.
He's gonna help a lot.
It's like if Sangoon is figuring like there was times where I'm looking at Sangoon as like no, that's your shot. Shoot that shot. Right, and he's still trying to get in there, fucking with Draymond Green. Like, no, take that shot, the elbow. That's cool.
That's where KD comes into play.
Yeah, and he's sitting there fucking around. Like, if KD can teach him when to these are the shots you take. Don't make it harder. Yeah. And he can improve. Then you change the game.
Sangoon, 22 years old, so let's
I know, but that's what I'm saying.
That's my point.
He's still trying to figure out his game.
And he's really good now.
Like, if they was all 20, if this was like 24. And he came in, I'm like, but they're 22. It's like, let's not pretend that these niggas is not 21, 20. Like
Houston has been.
Like what I'm saying is, their starting 5 is younger than OKC starting 5. Like Van Fleet makes them old, but like OKC, what makes them young is they benches them. The guys that they not playing is.
Hey man. How's you doing?
Still fireman, got 45 firemen. I can go to the fireman guild now.
Yeah. Right on. Sitting outside getting E live.
Nice, that sucks.
Yeah. A little bit. How you been though?
Showing fucking 47 degrees in my job today.
Ooh, that's almost legal. It is legal.
Fuck dying, bro.
Yeah, I'm so glad I'm not in the plant. Wow.
Fucking sick. I feel like I just felt like sick working. Felt like my skin was melting off my bones. I drank
Headband.
like 12 bottles of water. Out of house.
Yeah, what you do is you can put pink Himalayan salt in it, and you get the electrolytes from it.
Yep. Good old electrolytes. It does indeed,
Yeah. You don't need much of it either.
No,
you don't want to make your water salty.
Yeah, just a dash.
Yeah, that helps a lot.
Here it is.
Put a dash in every bottle of water. Adds up. I got some terp sauce.
Nice.
Smoke a coke with me there, bud.
potions.
Try some PvP kills.
What's up?
I'm gonna try to kill the Queen Black Dragon on my server.
Oh, weird.
I killed it this morning, bro. You gotta see this. Check side chat. This is gold, bro. It's not the greatest picture. Oh, people are reading are good, but you get the point. Check side chat. Fucking playing RuneScape out on the back porch. Sun come up, bro. That was crazy.
That's funny as fuck.
The moon was out. It was like a crescent moon too. Beautiful.
And God's thumbnail. So I used to call it as a kid. It's God's thumbnail up there.
Huh.
45 farming. What do I get with that? Any trees? Oh, I can do maples now? Bro. Let's go. Let's go, dude. Huge.
Jackson called me.
Oh, yeah? How's that?
Yep.
How's that?
Well, he apparently has gotten help and all this stuff, and it, honest to God, sounds like it. He sounds way better. But, yeah, I got into a pretty heated argument with him.
I just seen you guys spatting on Facebook. I was laughing my ass off. I have that shit screen capped.
Oh, what he said to me?
Yeah.
Yeah, did you see what I said to him?
No, I didn't see that. No. I just.
Oh my goodness.
I seen
I
that.
went off on him.
Damn.
Oh, dude, I went off on him.
I wish I could have seen that.
Like, you need to get your shit together. Like, blah, 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 blah. Like, this is why people don't want to be around you and shit. And as for the Xbox that you literally gave me, like, yo, nah. He just didn't remember. I remember it clearly. I wasn't smoking at the time. I was sober. I didn't even smoke weed. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He was all fucked up on God knows what. Pardon me, but if you're streaming or whatever, I apologize.
All good.
But drama. Little drama for the stream. Sorry, chat.
I don't have anyone watching.
Nobody's watching.
I guess I should go get a Slayer task. I'm going to Neve.
Cheers. You smoking?
Let me see if I have anything ground up. I got my daughter coming to my place. So I gotta like smoke out the window. Pretty soon I'm just gonna have to be going outside. Like when she actually comes for a sleepover. Fuck.
Wait, what?
My daughter, when she's coming over Wednesday for like a swim and shit. And they gotta smoke like out the window. So just give me a minute.
Yeah, you're good, dude.
Pretty soon I'm gonna have to start smoking outside. It's gonna suck.
Yeah. You're good.
If I smoke outside, I just start smoking joints. You know?
Yeah, I got the bed on my truck the other day. And the boys all fucking put it on. Yeah, it's almost ready, man.
I don't even know what you just said.
I got the bed on my truck.
Yeah, but I don't know what you said after that. Alright, I'm ripping this toke. Cheers. One sec, I have to take off my headset. I gotta find this fucking lighter, bud. Oh, good golly gosh. Don't tell me I lost it. Oh. Oh, I found it. Cheers.
Excuse me. Ooh.
Taking my daughter up north fishing this year in August.
Right. Mm. Oh, that'll be good.
Yeah. Memories, you know?
Mm. Holy shit, that's a lot of connectors.
What do you mean?
Um, looking at shit for my truck.
Mm.
Pricing shit up. See how much a fuel filter is.
Gotcha.
Looks like it varies. Ooh, Wix makes a filter for it. Nice. $32. That's not bad. And it's got a nut on it instead of the stupid fucking tool.
Fuck, dude, I got a nut on me.
Nah, you need a stupid tool to get the filter off. It's dumb. It's got like a bunch of flares on it. Hmm. China.
Made in Cheyenne. Do you remember that?
Oh.
The box that I got, the fucking, it was suppressed weed, and the people that made it was from China, and it said made in Cheyenne.
I don't.
Damn, it's a push. $54 and Anku, whatever these guys are called.
Fuck, it's $3 for Piston. Damn. Yeah, what are you doing? You going to bed soon?
Yeah. Fucking exhausted. It was like 47 fucking degrees in this place today. I just like at the end of my shift, I was just like, fuck. I went home, making something to eat, and going to bed, and then I hopped on RuneScape, and here I am. Oh, I think I'm gonna bounce, bro.
Alright, buddy.
You have a good night. Thanks for the talk.
Yeah. Yeah, man. You take care.
Peace.